Dana here, and welcome to my blog. This is Altitude, and I'm going on to the continuation of the airspace lesson 2, and I am on the quiz. There's 20 questions in this one, and I'm going to go over a few of them just to give you an idea of what they're looking for. And first one is lateral dimensions of a Class D airspace are based on, first one is the number of airports that lie within a Class D airspace. 2 is 5 statute miles from a geographical center of the primary airport, or the instrument procedures for which the control airspace is established. And going through the class, I chose the instrument procedures for which the control space is established, and that is correct. Continue. Under what condition, if any, may you operate an unmanned aircraft in a restricted area? A is when flying on airways with ATC clearance. B is with controlling agency's authorization. And C is regulations do not allow this. And I chose with the controlling agency's authorization. And that's correct, because you need to get in touch with ATC when flying in any A, B, C, D, and E airspaces except for G. What actions should a remote pilot take when operating in a military area, or an MOA? And A is obtain clearance from the controlling agency prior to entering the MO. Operate only on airways that have a transverse MO. Exercise extreme caution when military activity is being conducted. Well, if you're in military operation areas, obtaining the clearance from controlling MO, but it's exercising. I put exercising extreme caution when in a military when military activity is being conducted, and that's the correct one for that one. According to 14 CFR Part 107, how may a remote pilot operate an unmanned aircraft in a Class C airspace? Well, like anything else, you've got to get in touch with ATC. A remote pilot must have prior authorization from the traffic control having the jurisdiction over the airspace. Say, remote pilot must monitor the air traffic, ATC frequency, from launch to recovery. Remote pilot must contact ATC facility after launching the unmanned aircraft. No. The remote pilot must have prior authorization. That's correct. According to 14 CFR Part 107, remote pilot in command PIC of a small unmanned aircraft planning to operate in Class C airspace. Again, must use a visual observer. Is required to file a flight plan only if you fly a manned aircraft. Is required to receive ATC authorization. Again, as you see, they're talking about ATC authorization. A blue segment circle on a sectional chart depicts which class airspace. B, C, or a D. And from going through the class section there, I pulled D, and that's correct. Responsibility for collision avoidance in an alert area rests with A, controlling agency, B, all pilots, and ATC. I would say all pilots. That's correct. Pilots flying over National Wildlife Refuge are requested to fly no lower than 1,000 feet AGL, or 2,000 feet AGL, or 3,000 AGL. Going through the class, I pulled 3,000, and that was wrong. It's actually 2,000 feet. Okay, continue. All right. One of the purposes of issuing a temporary flight restriction, or TFR, is to A, announce parachute jump areas, B, protect the public figures, or C, identify airport advisory areas. And I remembered protect public figures, and areas around things you don't want, they don't want to make public. So those are the ones I remember. Check, and that is correct. With a certain exceptions, Class E airspace extends upward from either 700 feet or 1,200 feet AGL to, but not including, 10,000 feet MSL, 1,450 feet MSL, or 1,800 feet MSL. Well, going for the class, I don't ever remember it saying anything about 10,000 feet. It was always 14.5 or 1,800 for E. Nope. Blew it. It was 18. Huh. Okay. Information concerning parachute jumping sites may be found in NOTAM's chart supplement following the airport facility directory, and graphic notice and supplement data. First thing I was thinking was NOTAM's, but that's basically update the pilots. So chart supplement formally the airport or facility directory, and that is correct. Purpose of military training routes charts as VFR military training routes, or VR, and IFR military training routes, IR, with sectional charts, is to ensure the greatest practical level of safety for all flight operations and allow the military to conduct A, low altitude high speed training, B, radar instrument training, and C, air-to-air refueling training. And the one I remember, and that is low altitude and high speed training. And that one is correct. An uncontrolled airspace is Class G airspace for low flying VFR only, primary for instrument flight operations. Well, you have your uncontrolled and your controlled, and Class G is your uncontrolled airspace. Alright, after taking that quiz, I got 18 out of 20. So, I can't complain on that. And the thing is, when you're taking the test, it's actually clarifying stuff that you may not have picked up in the class itself. So anyway, it takes care of my sectional quiz for lesson 2. And on to lesson 3. The first one is going to be navigation basics. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment. Definitely subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next altitude.